So the real question is, what that brain do? What's up, guys? I'm here, and here we want to do a quick. It should be quick. This shouldn't be too long. I swear I'm not quick. A quick discussion on whether or not Kenny actually has to swap brains, or if you would have had to swap brains through Kenny's technique in order to be in Goto's body. Because I've been hearing conflicting reports. Some people say the brain transfer was never a thing. Like there just was never. But I swear it is. This is just for me. And for anyone else who's confused because they've been seeing it too, let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Ending me. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me and keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, Gota, he's a thing. He may have gotten, but still, he's a thing, right? And he came about through the fusion of Satoru Gojo and Yuta Kotsu. But a very particular fusion. It's not like Yuta Kotsu incarnated into Satoru Gojo or something like that. Like, that's not how that worked. Alright? This isn't Yuta Kotsu having consumed the 6 eyes and then he, Gojo take over. No. This is very specifically through this technique. You can tell by the stitches on his head. It's Kenny's technique. Right? Okay. So I'm not crazy there. Alright? We covered this in 260... Gotta take a look in a book, reading Rainbow type beat. But we covered this in 261, right? The whole idea that, okay, he's gonna run around, he's gonna go nibble. He's gonna go nibble specifically on... that filthy creature. Sorry. I saw a panda and a hurl. But if Satoru loses and dies, Rika will consume Kenjaku and Gabi's curse technique for transplanting brains, and then Yuta will use Satoru's body to fight. That would improve our chances. So once again, it's a brain transfer. Right? I mean, I keep hearing people say we never see it, so it's not a brain transfer. But it's a brain transferring technique. At least that's how they assume it works, right? Like, of course, it'd be a brain transfer technique. We literally see them, lift up I swear, I've seen it in my comments, and I've seen it in other people's comments. People are swearing on their mama. And here's the thing, I think their biggest point of evidence, quote-unquote, is this. Like, Yuta's body, and how the cut isn't cleanly diagonal. Because, unless... Unless, Shoko was just really rushing it, which makes sense. Obviously, Yuta was gone for a minute relative to the battlefield, and realistically, he should have been back quicker if it wasn't he's cut. But, people are, talking to me oh, it can't be the brain, because that would imply Shoko kind of just, took one of Yuta's katanas and just swung randomly and cut his head diagonally. But, once again, I think this is legit. It's the brain transfer technique. 1, because I was subscribed to 261. 2, because look at how Yuta's body is perfectly healed. Well, perfectly is... it's hard to say that. But notably, all the previous damage that we see him come in on 261, where he's on the operating table, yeah, he's covered a lot more. His mouth is dripping, his whole head is dripping, he's dripping left and right, and obviously he's in half. But in 262, he's fine. Fine, once again. But at least... ooh, maybe not fine. I don't see that other arm. But still... he seems in a better shape than he was before. And the head's still cut. And in 261, they talk about cutting the head. And notably, once again, I'm not exactly sure how this would work without a brain transfer. As Shoko admits, she's already prepared the body. And admittedly, we don't really get to see Satoru's body in full when it's in half. Well, no longer in half, personally. It seems like Shoko did heal it together again. But... it doesn't seem like we see the body, but we specifically see the head, removed. The dome piece. It's, prepared and separated. If the Kenny body swapping technique was simply him applying a technique to another individual, I do this, I place here, bada bing, bada boom, new vessel, I guess, then... what would be the point of destroying the brain? He would just go back to the previous body, unless he destroys the previous body, but I don't think that's how that works. I still think it's legit a brain transfer. And here's the thing. Here's my biggest, heftiest, juiciest, most scrumdiddlyumptious piece of evidence. Because a lot of people are saying, oh, it can't be that because we don't see it. We don't see it explicitly. 1, I'm not sure Gege's a neurosurgeon and was about to draw that. And 2, I'm not sure if that... then again, Shonen Jump allows some freaky stuff. For my Chainsaw fans out there, you know that Shonen Jump allows some freaky stuff. But... I think it is just a brain swapping technique, because look at what's said here. Not here. Where is it? You can't hide from me. It's all the way back in chapter 90, which also establishes something else. let me get the whole scene real quick. Who are you? Suguru Geto, of course. Did you forget? How sad. Your body, even your cursed energy. My 6 eyes tell me you're Suguru Geto, but my soul knows otherwise. Hurry up and answer. Who the heck are you? Heesh. How'd you know? It's a curse technique that allows me to hop between bodies by switching brains. He says it himself. Like, why would he lie? Well, maybe he'd lie. But once again, I mean, there's probably a reason he has a literal dome piece. Like, not even just a dome piece, as in we all have dome pieces, but like a dome piece that's literally split open. And his brain has a mouth on it. I'm assuming that's the technique. Is that, but like, come on, I feel like this isn't rocket. Like, it's just set up. It's explained as a body hopping technique through the switching of brains. Am I crazy? Have I lost my good mind? Like, don't get me wrong. I get why people are saying it has to be something else and not just this, in spite of Kenjaku just explicitly saying it is that in 90. Because hypothetically, that kind of slaughters, or not necessarily slaughters, but it lowers the chances of what Mei initially proposes as one of her possibilities. Here's my best guess. 1, if Kenjaku's technique functions constantly or at irregular intervals, you'll be unable to sustain your body or soul and you will die. So, like, technically, if it's not just a basic brain transfer, then, yeah, then you should be fine. Because, okay, technique shuts off, his brain is still in there, they healed him back together, presumably, bada bang, bada boom, and he just goes back to his own body, he wakes up and it's like, oh, well, I think he's probably eating Gojo right now. Or he's probably eating Gojo's body right now. But there's that. But I don't think it works like that. I think it is legit just body hopping. 1, from the only visible mark on here being the brain, when we specifically see this is a line. This is a flat out line here. And in 261, we see there is a lack of a line, or at least a clear lack of a line on Yuta's head. We see that there's juice dripping down the dome piece, but that's specifically not cut juice. It seems like she just took a whole round slicer, removed that dome piece, and slid it into Gojo's big old brain based on how Gojo's head is laid out here. But also, another reason why I'm so confident that it is just a brain transfer technique is because why would it be so high risk if it wasn't? Like, why would it be so high risk if it's as simple as, oh, just nibble Kenjaku and then get access to the brain? Or you can just transfer by. Nah, I think it's a brain hopping technique. And I think kind of like the final big bad thing that a lot of people are going to like refute this with, well, then how did Kenny do it? How did he hop from body to body? What, you're telling me he did like a backflip over it or something like that? Kenny could have just had help. I mean, it's not rockets. Like, Yuta and Gojo clearly have help. Like that's it. And look, trust me, I hate using this filthy, disgusting, nasty, horrid, diabolical creature as much as the next guy. But look at how it's shown. Yuta's dome getting removed, the brain coming out and going in Gojo's brain, or going in Gojo's empty head. I'm not sure. And here's another thing. Hold on a second. I think 261 even says it through Shoko. Let me see. Can you infuse another person with sugar? No, not that. Due to my curse technique, it won't worsen, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Eureka. I'm still conscious, but I'm at my limit. Yeti, I'll do it. Or rather, there's no choice. I finished suturing. Hold on. Gojo's body. What does suturing mean? Now, like, once again, I'm just trying to see that I'm not crazy. I know y'all are going to be like, Pencil Man, you're just actually insane regardless, even if you're right on this. But, hey, I gotta do it for me. Gotta do it for me, suturing. Definition: most surgical or traumatic wounds require skin closure. Ah, okay. So so she stitched Gojo back together. That's what suturing is. I finished suturing Gojo's body. Once you transfer yourself, use reverse curse technique at maximum to apply the finishing touches. Amayo assist. Why would he have to use reverse curse technique at maximum if his brain wasn't being transferred over? The finishing touches are his brain being fused into Gojo's body. Like his brain linking up to the eyes, his brain linking up to the brain stem, his brain linking up to everything that's up in there. That's why he needs to use RCT output at maximum. Yuta switched brains. I don't know where Gojo's brain is. I don't think they put it in Yuta's. I think Gojo's head is a bit too big for that. But that's it. Kenny established it all the way back in chapter 90 as a curse technique that allows me to hop bodies by switching brains. This gets further doubled down on when Kenny puts the brain cap back on and reseals it. The stitches are known to be a binding vow that allows for access to everything. The body is what contains information for the curse technique, not just the brain, which is why Suguru Geto has his techniques and abilities stolen by Kenjaku in spite of not having Suguru Geto's brain, where the curse technique is stated to be written and encrypted. And also, once again, the whole brain case. Please. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. No. But yeah, long story short, Yuta, body, not valid, brain transfer to Goda. Goda brain, stitched together, healed through RCT, stitches there, binding vow. It's a body hopping technique that specifically requires switching brains. If you don't believe it now, I can't help you. But, like I said, this is a quick video. That's it. That's all I want to confirm. Based on 261, 262, 90, and 91, it all seems to lead to Yuta having body swapped through giving his brain to Gojo's body. That's why it's such a liability, and that's why they don't know how to work, because he's literally in a foreign body that's reliant on a possibly intermittently active curse technique. There we go. If you have any questions or want any further clarifications, just let me know. I'm more than happy to. I may run back and do some other things. There are some other questions or confusions that I commonly see in the community that I just sometimes don't get, or sometimes I'm confident in, and I'll see if I can make videos on those. If you guys have any clarification things you'd like me to break down in a quick video format like this, please let me know. I'm more than happy to. But I want to thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure that little notification bell so you do not miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, I do have a Patreon down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks will include the live reaction to the very next chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen, ad-free variations of all my videos, and if you come into a $25 patron or a $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, I do have a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below where you can drop 5 beans for a short video, 25 beans for a long video, or any support at all is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dad of the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to give a thank you to our $3 members, Recliner Plays, Greyhound, Akids Void, Astro, Eternal Flame, King Sukuna, NMA, Real Rare, Paris Arnold, G Prosper, and Red Wolf 4765. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $5 patrons, Steron, Sean, Sammy, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, Josh Brown, and A+A. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $7 patrons, Autumn Mornings Lazo and Fine. And I'd like to give a thank you to our $10 members, Robbie Uchiha and Jay Warrior. And I'd like to give another thank you to our $10 patrons, Panda Goat, Metal Solid Crisis, Joaquin Munoz, and Joaquin Munoz, along with Idemokami. And I'd like to give a final gargantuan thank you to our $25 patron, Calvin Elder.